Chairwoman of Norton Sculpture Gardens, and I have the honor of welcoming you on this memorable occasion in Gardens history. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, distinguished guests, trustees, and friends for joining our celebration of Ann Norton's Artist Studio. We also welcome our youngest visitors from UB Kinsey School today, and thank you for being with us. Ann Norton Sculpture Garden's mission is to enrich lives with nature, art, and history. And we recognize the many ways preservation connects people to the power of place and enables communities to flourish with beauty, creativity, education, and collective identity. I thank our Board of Trustees and our preservation co-chairs, David Miller and Harvey Oyer, for their dedicated leadership and vision, as well as our devoted staff with Managing Director Margaret Horgan. Ann Weaver Norton, Ann Norton Sculpture Garden's namesake, had a vision for her historic home, artist studio, and rare palm gardens. She wanted to create a legacy, a special venue that would be left for the enjoyment and education of this community. Designed in 1948 by Marion Sims Wyeth as a wedding gift from her husband, Ralph Norton, the artist studio restoration included extensive structural repairs, roof repair, window restoration, skylight replacement, new stucco, historic paint colors, beautiful bronze historic lighting on the exterior, and museum quality lighting on the interior. The Gardens was able to achieve this restoration thanks to the incredibly generous support of the Cornelia T. Bailey Foundation and the Barker Welfare Foundation. The Artist Studio showcases the evolution of Ann Norton's monumental sculptures in totems and plaster, many of her bronzes, maquettes, armatures, and original tools and supplies. This magical space is the source of inspiration and awe for thousands every year and will now stand as a lasting symbol of our country's art history. Our deep gratitude is also extended to architect Tim Houlihan, who possesses more than 35 years of preservation experience, as well as our contractor, Marty Cerise. Together, they delivered this project on budget and schedule, in addition to the recent restoration of the exterior of the Norton House, originally built by famed architect Maurice Facio in 1925, which reopened this week to great enthusiasm from our visitors and members. Today, we're also proud to introduce Bradley Theodore as our artist in residence this season. Bradley shares Ann Norton's sentiments and vision for inspiring people and building community through art. Bradley, we're so pleased to have you become a part of this organization. As we invite guests into the studio after our ribbon cutting, some of Bradley's striking art will be shown alongside Ann Norton's. And we look forward to a great season, including Bradley's exciting plans for programming, as well as his upcoming exhibition debuting in the Norton House Gallery this spring. Bradley, we welcome you and thank you for being with us. Every home needs a key. This is your new home, and on behalf of Ann Norton Sculpture Gardens, we're proud to present you with a key to Ann Norton's Artist Studio. It's now my great pleasure to introduce Trustee Preservation Co-Chair and my dear friend, Harvey Oyer.
Well, good morning, and what a beautiful morning it is. Reminds us why we all moved here, and certainly why Ann and Ralph Norton moved here many years ago. Thank you for joining us today as we celebrate the successful restoration of Ann Norton's Artist Studio. We also celebrate a much larger and much more ambitious preservation program that will result in the complete restoration of this property, including, as Francis referred to, the Norton House and all 9 of Ann Norton's monumental sculptures throughout the garden. This ambitious program has been undertaken to ensure that Ann Norton's legacy is carried forward for our future generations. I too want to thank our staff, our volunteers, my fellow trustees, especially our leader, Francis, for having the vision and the incredible generosity to undertake this ambitious restoration and preservation program. I want to share with you a few of the accomplishments that we have been fortunate to have along the way. Ann Norton was posthumously inducted into the Florida Artist Hall of Fame. The Ann Norton Sculpture Garden was selected as a member of the Historic Artist Homes and Studios program of the National Trust for Historic Preservation, which is a prestigious circle of historic sites of well-known artists throughout America. And Ann Norton's rare palm and cycad garden behind me, which is the second largest collection in Florida, has now been designated as a National Arboretum. Last week we reopened for the season with the completed restoration of the exterior of the Norton House, and we will undertake an interior renovation beginning next summer. So today, as we celebrate this ribbon cutting of a restored artist studio, especially at a time of unprecedented growth in our community, let us pause and be grateful for all that we have and all that we have been entrusted with. May we continue to execute on this vision so that we further enrich our community. Thank you for making the Ann Norton Sculpture Gardens part of your life and a treasured part of our community's very bright future. It is now my honor to introduce the mayor of the great city of West Palm Beach and a good friend of the gardens, Mayor Keith James. Mayor.
Thank you, Harvey. Thank you, Francis. I'm just tickled pink and delighted to be here for such a special occasion as the celebration of the Ann Norton Sculpture Gardens, which is one of the city's historic gems. I've had occasion to be here on a number of different events. I think the last time I was here, I was marrying Harvey to Christina. Hello, Christina, how are you? And I've also been here to interact with the children from UB Kinsey. Hello, young boys and girls, how are you doing? We're doing this for you, okay? So when you grow up, you will come here and you will be able to enjoy it and show it off to your kids. I truly congratulate the board, staff, supporters, on their efforts to preserve the legacy of an important female artist and elevate our American cultural heritage. I've experienced the creativity and empowerment provided by learning in such an inspiring setting. The beloved Garden Sanctuary, the Norton House, and the Artist Studio contribute significantly to our educational landscape with meaningful and memorable opportunities for visitors of all ages. The City of West Palm Beach appreciates the important work that has gone into this preservation project. I know it wasn't easy. The passion of its leaders, and their forward-thinking vision for service to our community. Thank you all so much. So I think it's time to cut a ribbon. I'd like to be joined by Chairwoman Frances Fisher and Preservation Co-Chairs Harvey Oyer and David Miller as we commemorate the restoration of Ann Norton's Artist Studio.
We're going to cut the ribbon and put your arms up in the okay? Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Can I get a high five? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now you know who I am? All right, good.
Thank you, Mayor David Harvey. What a glorious day for Ann Norton Sculpture Gardens. We're so proud to have you all a part of it, and we want to invite you now to come into the Artist Studio.